Alrighty, so I have a feeling that this video is going to be a little bit different from my other videos because I've been thinking a bit about the common theme in my last two videos that I made. And tell us stories we haven't seen before, even if they're absolutely boring. It's I need time to breathe. Now I'm in this other conflict and I'm wondering if it's more than just my thoughts on media in general, and perhaps just more about my view of life right now. But I don't think it is completely so. Just to back things up a bit, if you haven't seen my last two videos, I've been talking about essentially what I guess I could consider boredom or stillness or just mundane nothingness going on in a story and the importance of that, because all the stories that we have right now just seem to be about dopamine hits and what kind of action can happen next and next and next and next just to keep your attention. And that's not just a problem in storytelling, that's a problem in our world in general right now. I was thinking about how if I were you watching this video, my brain might be getting to a point where I'm thinking, when's the right time to click on to the next video that I've got queued up, or the next video after that. And this wasn't a problem when I was a kid. And I remember thinking when I was a kid that I was never bored. Yet I grew up in the 90s before the internet, and I could just be outside all day, just, whether it be sitting by the river or, running up a hill, exploring the countryside. I was always entertained, even if I didn't have TV to watch, because back then, TV, you could technically watch TV all day if you wanted to, but because of the way cable worked, the good TV shows that I was interested in, they were only available for an hour or two a day. So I had to keep myself busy, but I was much more entertained and had a better attention span when I was a kid. And my overall well-being was more. Maybe that's not due to boredness, but more just I was a kid, who knows? But I don't know, just I see a lot of, the more that I look into this, I see more of a commonality between real world life, real world social media, just trying to keep us hooked, sending us notifications, just keeping our attention. Same with movies and TV shows. It's all about just monetizing our attention and milking every millisecond these companies can get out of our attention. And yeah, it's to the point that I'm just getting sick of modern movies, TV shows, and games. Recently, well, not recently, a while ago, during a storm, there was a power outage, and the power was out for a few days, and I found myself reading Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. And what I found interesting about reading the book, because I've seen movie adaptation after movie adaptation a few times of that story, but I'd never actually read the actual book. So the funny thing about reading that book, and this book was written in the 1800s, was that only about a third of the book at most takes place under the earth. The rest of the book is about discovering that there's the potential of finding an entrance into the earth to go down to. That's the first third of the book, is them just, this professor and his nephew, and they're just trying to research and find out about getting into the earth, finding a way into the earth so that they can travel to the center of the earth. The second third of the book is their journey to this volcano in Iceland, and they start in Germany, and it follows them as they go to Iceland. And all these things happen along the way. They find this, they get on this train, they get on in this boat, get to Iceland, they find this like leper colony. Like all these things happen along their way, and then they finally get to the volcano, and then they travel to the center of the earth. And it's like you're really rewarded by that point when all this cool stuff starts to happen. Like they find this cool environment under the earth. But that's not like in modern adaptations, in modern tellings of this story, that is in the first like quarter of the book. You know, like the first 10% of the book is them getting to or would be them getting to the volcano and then going down into the earth, and then the rest of the story would be in this fantastic place. But I really appreciated reading that book and just how much of the story was not about this fantastic thing, was about the journey to this fantastic thing. And I really think that's missing from modern stories. It's funny, I've talked to friends about, for example, what our favorite Lord of the Rings movie is. And mine always is Fellowship of the Ring. And everybody's usually finds that kind of funny because they're like, well, Two Towers is the best for this reason, and Return of the King is the best for this reason. Not too many people typically pick Fellowship of the Ring as their favorite Lord of the Rings movie or book. But it is to me because, and I understand this more now that I'm kind of dissecting this all, is that Fellowship of the Ring, it's about setting the scene. You see the world before things get chaotic. You see the Shire. You see, it's all this world building, letting you become part of this world. Before anything hectic happens, it's becoming part of this world and enjoying it as a person, making this world believable. And that's what I really like about that movie. That's what's my favorite part about it, because then you have the transition to, okay, now this event is happening. They have to take the ring and they have to destroy it. We're transitioning from the peaceful part of the story to the chaotic part of the story. And that's just maybe, I don't know, that's just generally my favorite part of stories. I find that the setting the stage and transitioning into the chaotic kind of adventurous part of the story very interesting. But I was talking to another friend, and he said Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is his favorite Harry Potter book for that very same reason. Like, it just seems to me that a lot of good stories, and you see this very much in Hayao Miyazaki movies, is the emphasis on showing the mundane, the stillness. He has so many shots of just nature, of just nothing going on, showing the beauty of just whatever the camera is fixated on, whether it's like an old house or a bunch of flowers or a river. Like, he just captures the beauty of these moments, the moments where nothing else is going on in this story. And I really think we need those to let stories breathe, to have that we can connect with these moments and connect with the story better. And I just think that's a really important thing, particularly today, where, like I was saying before, that our attention is just kind of being hijacked. And whether it be video games, movies, TV shows, they're all trying to, or YouTube videos or Instagram, Facebook, they're all trying to just maximize as much attention span as they can get from their viewers. And I don't think that's healthy. I don't think it's great for telling a compelling story, and I don't think it's good for our mental health in general. So lately I've been more drawn to kind of slowing down and backing away from all the media that I usually consume. Because it's funny, but I kind of miss being bored. I miss just having to figure out a way to entertain myself. I miss just being in the moment and taking in the beauty of my surroundings. I miss going for a walk out in nature. It's not that I don't do that now, but I don't do it nearly as much as I used to. And when I do, it's not the same. You know, I'm not taking things in the way that I used to. Yeah. I think we need to be a little more bored.